we will show how we can import a CAD drawing into Magnet Office and then transform it so that the coordinates are good compared to the coordinates on the AutoCAD drawing itself. So I'm going to start with a new project, so File and New. When we're dealing with Magnet Office, it's important to know that the units of measurement are meters. In Settings and Program Settings, you will notice that our Unix settings here are either meters or feet. So we will not work in millimeters. The program will not normally work in millimeters as a unit of measurement. And this is why when we bring in AutoCAD models, we need to convert them to meters. Why do we work in meters? Well, mainly it's because the setting out units we use are in meters. Our field controllers and our total stations deal in meters as opposed to millimeters. So we'll start to import the CAD model. So File and Import. Choose the correct format, and we're going to import this drawing. Now I'm going to opt to explode all the blocks. I know the initial drawing was in millimeters, so I'm going to convert from millimeters to meters. Create points for line work, create points for 2D polylines. Digital terrain model is not relevant in this case, or set point elevation because it's a 2D CAD. Convert crossing lines to symbols, that's quite a useful one as well. Then I'm going to import that, so OK. So my CAD model comes in. I'm not quite sure what this relates to, this large arc here, but the majority of the model looks good. The first thing I check is that a dimension is OK. So for example, I need to check that this is 2.023 meters. So I can use the option Inquiry, Bearing and Distance, and click on here. And then maybe it's a yellow arrow, so with a white screen, so you can't see it so clearly maybe, but I confirm that the distance is 2.023. The next thing, so I know that we now got the model is correctly imported in meters, not millimeters. So the next thing is then to put the model in the right coordinate system. So here we have a eastings and northings reference in millimeters, but remembering that the survey and the text is all in meters. So if I double click on the point here, excuse me, if I just double click on the center cross here, we'll see that the local coordinate system, or the CAD system coordinate system, is completely different to the global coordinate system that we want. So we want to transform these points. So what we need to do then is, and what I'm going to do is create 2 points in the correct coordinate system. So let's try and create those first, and what you can do is create a separate layer to hold these coordinates. So I'm going to go over to the layer control here, and I'm going to create a new layer called Site Grid, and that will become the active layer. Okay, I know that because it's got a little asterisk by it, which means it's the active layer. Okay, so I'm now going to insert some points in this Site Grid layer. So using the command insert and points. And again, what you can do is you can call these a specific name. So we might call this SG1, let's say. And the easting I'm going to read direct from this text here. So the easting is 384 515 decimal 133, and the northing is 397 951 decimal 429. I'm just going to hit enter, and you can make as many of these points as you want, but the coordinates I seem to have been given are just 2 coordinates actually on this particular drawing. So I'm going to call this point here SG2. So SG2 is now going to be Eastings 384,503.726. So 503.726. And the northing is going to be 397,939.616. or 939.616. So I'm going to press enter on that. So those 2 points have been created. I'm going to escape and zoom all, or zoom extents. So you'll see that this is the CAD view, and these are the 2 points in the correct coordinate system. So what I want to do is move my coordinates from here into this system, and that's the reason I used the name of some points, or named 2 new points, SG1 and SG2. Okay, you'll see now. So I'm going to use the command ls transformation. So I'm going to select everything I want to move, which is all of that. So drag a triangle around that, and then I'm going to go survey and ls transformation. So ls transformation asks for a point to be transformed, and then so in other words the CAD grid, if you like, and then it wants the corresponding site grid. And perhaps you'll see now why I've given the names SG1 and SG2. So I'm going to add, and I'm going to zoom in here and pick the center of this point here as the first point. Okay, and rather than zoom out now and use the site grid coordinates, because I call them SG1 and SG2, I can just go down here and map that point onto SG1. If I press enter, if I press okay, so that should now have reached out to, and that line now will reach out to SG1, and now it asks for the next point to be transformed. So the other point I've got is this one here, which is this one here. Okay, and again the point I want to transform that to is SG2. Again, it saves me zooming out, and then you'll see, we can just about see a yellow line reaching up. Now normally I would try and look for some more coordinates rather than just the 2, because 2 coordinates are just going to give me a rotation and a swing, and it would be nice to have a 3rd or a 4th point to check the transformation. But because I've only got 2 on this drawing, I'm going to press the escape key now because I've finished. And there you'll see a list of the points from and to, and from and to. And then I'm going to say compute. And this is what I expect to see, 0 residuals, because I've got the minimum of 2 points. And that's what I want to see as well. I want to see a scale factor of 1, because I don't want to change the scale of my CAD drawing. I want to keep it constant. It's saying also that there's going to be a swing, or a bearing swing of 43 degrees, 33 minutes and 44 seconds, and an easting shift of this and a northing shift of that. When I'm happy with that, I'll hit update database, and now it'll produce a report for me on the screen telling me exactly what's happened. I can minimize that or save that, and now I'll go back to the screen, which goes back to the initial screen at 0, 0, if you will. So if I right click and zoom extents, now you'll find that the survey has been moved up, hopefully, into this area here, and the correct coordinates have been adopted by the points. So yes, the text will be slightly rotated, but we should now find that if we identify that point, well, let's just check that 397, Eastings 384,503.726, 397,939.616. So ideally, as I say, we would like at least a 3rd or a 4th point with a coordinate somewhere over here that we can check to. Unfortunately, on this drawing, there doesn't appear to be a drawing. Maybe on another drawing we know a grid coordinate, for example. So I'll deal with the rotation and scale of the text in another video, but this completes this video where we bring in a CAD model from millimeters. We have to bring it into meters, and then we transform it. into its true site grid position, and then we can start looking at the information we need for setting out and then sending that information over to the magnet field controller.